Hey guys, it's Phantom, and I'm finally almost back. So you can probably hear it. My throat is still a little bit thrashed, and I just wanted to talk a little bit because I obviously haven't been posting anything or saying anything or doing anything. About a week and a half ago, somewhere around 10 days ago I think, I made an update saying that I was going to be taking a short-term hiatus, most likely, making content because I came into close contact with a family member who was very sick. I have multiple sclerosis, and the medication I'm on for my multiple sclerosis, it completely eliminates my immune system. And TLDR, I did get sick. The day after I made my video, letting you guys know that I might be gone for a while, I ended up in the ER. I had developed a fever. I had pain throughout my entire body. It was a very weird experience. Like, I've been severely sick before, like multiple times in my life, never like life-threatening, but like, really, really bad fever and just exhaustion and physical fatigue and pain. But that was something else. I felt horrible. I've never felt that bad in my life, and I've been in some real tough shit before. I was sweating my ass off, obviously. I had a fever of around 103, and it all happened like really fast. I spent most of that day feeling like shit. I had just talked to my doctor and set up an appointment the next day to go in and be evaluated. And over the course of like 10 minutes, I went from just feeling kind of like crap to whole body pain, loss of feeling in my hands and feet, like severe chills. I felt extremely nauseous, like horribly nauseous. I went into the emergency room and I was very quickly diagnosed with COVID. So I actually did catch COVID from one of my family members. The good news is the COVID strains that are going around right now, the variants, they're very short-lived, and they're not as severe. Like, it's really contagious, but it doesn't kill or harm nearly as many people. So basically, I went in, they did the COVID test like immediately. I was very happy with how quickly I got to see a doctor in the ER. Usually ERs can take quite a long time to get to see you in the first place, let alone to actually help you. But they did the swab. They had me go to one of their rooms. I laid down. They gave me some painkillers to help with everything and some stuff to bring down the fever and such. The good news is, since it was COVID, it was short term, but the bad news was that with it being COVID, not only is there not a lot that they could give me to help, but also the medication I'm on, I'm supposed to be able to stop taking it if I ever get sick to fight the illness. But the amount of time it takes for my immune system to come back is practically the same amount of time that it takes for the human body to fight through, like, the current variants of COVID. So I couldn't just stop taking my medication. They actually had me keep taking my immune suppressants during the sickness because they knew I would be through with my illness before my immune system actually fully came back, meaning I would then just have to restart the whole medication system all over again, and it would have been a huge pain in the ass. But they did give me, it's called, I think it's Paxlovid, one of those two. It's like a mixed combination of some antiviral meds. It was kind of weird. So, like, it's a 5-day dosage. They give you enough pills where you could take some in the morning and in the afternoon every day for 5 days. And it's basically like a keep you out of the hospital patch for COVID. And what you do is you take the medication, and it basically suppresses almost all the symptoms and all the actual, like, life-threatening parts of COVID in general. So people who are at high risk can go home, and they don't have to stay in the hospital where they could get other people sick and where doctors would have to do special things. And the idea is, by the time that 5-day medication is done, you're done fighting the virus and you're good to go. That is the general idea behind it. And apparently I'm one of the unlucky few who got something called, here, let me make sure I'm getting the name of this medication right. Paxlovid, so I did get it right. There is something that you can get when you are taking Paxlovid that is called Paxlovid mouth. And it basically gives you this just absolutely nasty, horrible, disgusting, constant taste in your mouth that ruins everything. It ruins the taste of air. It's just so rancid. It took me days to finally realize, like, how to describe it the best I could. And it tastes like somebody went and found the most rusty, old, awful, like, just disheveled and torn up piece of shit, like, pail, like old metal pail, and then they filled it with, like, stagnant swamp water, and then, like, shoved it into a box and left it there for 60 years, and then took it out and made you drink it, like, straight from the bucket. That is unironically, like, one of my friends works for a medical facility, and he was telling me about it. He's like, people all the time will joke and be like, just let the COVID kill me. This everything tastes so bad. And I'm like, dude, I'm not entirely sure they were joking. That was awful. That was so genuinely awful. I didn't want to take it. Like, I had experienced the pain of COVID on someone who has no immune system, and I almost preferred it because I just felt nauseous all the time. I wanted to throw up. I didn't want to eat or drink, and that's kind of important to get, like, fight through illness. It was horrible, dude. My throat hurt really bad. I lost my voice entirely for like 3 days, and I have spent the last over a week just sleeping constantly. So I'm sorry I didn't say anything. I know I said that I was planning on telling you guys anything, but the truth is I didn't really have any updates, and I still might have more problems in the short-term future. Apparently a lot of people, once they get finished with Paxlovid, if their body hasn't fully cleared out the whole virus, it, quote unquote, they call it rebound, but it's technically not a rebound. So I know a lot of, like, healthcare officials don't like using the terminology Paxlovid rebound, but it's the term people use for it, and it basically, they just get sick again, which would suck because I just got through with it. I don't want to take Paxlovid again. That was so much worse than any illness I've ever experienced. It was disgusting, and I'm finally just getting that taste out of my mouth. And God, I missed the taste of air and water. It was horrible, dude. But I am just about back. Today is my last day on medical leave, and I've got a bunch of medical shit that I have to do in the short term. But fingers crossed, if everything goes right and I have everything set up and I have everything in line, I can stream tomorrow night. I will post before tomorrow whether or not I will be streaming tomorrow night or the day after. One of those 2 days I am coming back. As you can tell, my voice is almost entirely back. It is hurting a little bit to talk, but as long as I keep drinking a lot of liquids and as long as I take good care of myself and don't talk at any absurd levels, I should be good. So I'm practically all the way through this shit. So thank you guys. I got a lot of messages of support on the video I made, saying that I was gonna be sick. As soon as this goes up, I'm gonna delete that video. No point in having that sitting around. That's about it. I've missed streaming. I've missed doing stuff. When you sit on your ass and just sleep for 23 hours a day for 8 days, you miss everything, especially when you can't even enjoy the rest because of shit like medication and illness. Like, this past week feels like it didn't even exist. It just feels like I've been in a little personal hell. But, sorry. Like I said, I'm just about back. So thank you guys for being patient. Tonight or tomorrow, I will be posting whether or not I'm streaming. We will do one stream to, like, see how I'm doing, see how I'm feeling, kind of judge what length I should stream for. If at right now, like, doing 2-3 hour streams is too much, I might do videos for a little bit, for like a week, just to like be able to do like 20 to 40 minute videos every day instead of having to do 2 hours. Like, I can sit here and silently edit for 2 hours out of the day without exerting myself. So if that's what'll be easier, we'll do that. I'm kind of pissed. I'm missing out on CC8. Like, I'm doing it in my personal time. I'm running the daily missions. I haven't done the permanent one. I haven't gone for high risk or any risk on that quite yet because I wanted to do that on stream. I wanted to do every single day on stream, but, you know, fuck. I guess the world had other plans for me. But, again, thank you guys for waiting and being patient and checking in on me. And I've gotten some messages from some of you, and I've gotten comments from a bunch of you telling me to take care of myself. I really appreciate it. I'm almost back. And I have some stuff planned. Obviously, I'm not going to jump into it immediately. I want to do some new things for the stream. Not new content, but like change some assets around and update some stuff and see if I can get some better video quality on my stream going. I'm actually looking at getting my hands on a second graphics card, so I could have one dedicated to video encoding and stream encoding and the other dedicated to my actual computer, which would be really cool. But I'm rambling, so thank you guys for your support. I will see you guys either tomorrow or the day after. For sure you'll see a post, if not a video or a stream of me tomorrow, so I'm back. So thank you guys, and bye-bye.